welcome to motorsport. Qualifying went well. I think there's more I can extract from this car. So I think it's just about confidence. For me, I think I need more time here. We need time to put more and more in. But qualifying went well. Can't complain about P3 and P4. So I'm really, really happy with that. I think we just need to build on that in the race. You know what an incredible race. Qualified P3, got off to a blinder. The start was amazing, got off the line, great traction, really warmed everything up and led the first lap of the race. My first lap led. Went past the start finish line and was looking in my mirror. Sarah Thompson was driving fantastically, just behind, missed my braking spot, overcooked it into paddock, ran wide, 2 cars fired past. Ended up in P4 for the race. So amazing but mixed emotions. For those that know me really well, I obviously drive myself very hard, so quite disappointed, but happy with the experiences I've gained in the race so far. Yeah, so in race 1 at Brands Hatch, Shiraz took another step by leading lap 1, took qualified 3rd, which was already really good. Isn't so experienced around Brands, so this season for him is just all about new experiences and everything. But to lead into turn 1 for him was awesome. Fell back to 4th, a couple of mistakes in the race, which is part of the game, part of the learning, but held on to it well. And look, he's all about just getting experiences, getting race mileage under his belt at this stage of the game. So to hold on to it was good, and to finish the race right behind P3 was also pleasing. And in the next race, we'll look to try and get another podium. This is our actual race car. We've obviously had to use a different car for the first race. As you know, we had mechanical issues. So I'm very much at home with the car. I feel quite comfortable. Each track and circuit and conditions are very, very different. So we were testing here yesterday and it was mighty slippery. But today then obviously things are a lot more grippy. We've got new tyres on. So yeah, it's really interesting to try and play with those variables. And I suspect it's my experience. It's not letting me know when I'm exactly ready or not. But I think overall, a lot to be proud of, a lot to take away positively from the weekend already, but I've still got race 2, so I'll give it my best. Race 2, I start P4, so I'm starting 1 position behind, but actually that's on the outside, so you might have a good run in. If I have a start like I did this time, I'll be delighted. Main thing really is just trying to keep it clean, keep it on the grey stuff and have a good race. Podium will be great. I don't think I'm quite up there for 1 lap pace or pole, but I'll certainly give it my best. I mean, that's what I'm here for, give it your best. Well, in that race, in race 2, race 1, he was only 4 tenths off the fastest lap, which is a big improvement. He was 6 tenths off in qualifying, P3, and P1 was 6 tenths up the road. But in the race, he closed the gap. So we're looking to, in race 2, hopefully get a podium, reduce the gap even more, hopefully within a couple of tenths. And when we head to Donington, which would be the final weekend of the year, it would be nice to see if he can get perhaps sneak a fastest lap in or be very, very close. Because that will just show the progress that we're making with him, and it's not easy with the limited time of practice that you get on these weekends, but he's doing really well, and we're just got to keep chipping away at it.
We're super unfortunate in that race because Shiraz was leading, fell back to 3rd, which we kind of expected. The pace of the front 2 is too strong, but he was right there and thereabouts. We were really happy with the first 4 or 5 laps. The leaders came together, and one of the leaders that got spun round just drove into the side of us, which is super frustrating for Shiraz because we had to then DNF the car to retire the car, and he was doing so well up to that point, and I think a podium would be just a just reward for all of his efforts this weekend. So yeah, really, really gutted to not come away with a result in race 2 there, but it's racing, unfortunately. That's how it goes, and we just got to take the rough with the smooth, which he'll learn from and come back stronger next time.